So take a look at this horror. This was a system player. They got me into their traps and things with what looked like the Wandering Queen.
Oh, he has done a trap.
I'm stuck here, going to have to give up my queen.
He's done a trap.
Now I know I've got a system player. I'm going to play
Okay, then.
Ultra defensive, ultra positional. Watch and enjoy.
You've learned some traps. Well done.
Once you know you're playing against a system player, you have to start building a very tight fortress and playing ultra defensively, ultra positionally. And I am basically a positional player at heart, so I come into my own when I find that I'm playing against one of these people with their systems and traps. That's when I activate my good old-fashioned classical positional game.
Inside Castling.
And you always have to lose at least one game in a rather humiliating way to learn that they're a system player. But don't see it as a loss, see it as information. So because he's using such an active attack here, my normal fortress didn't have time to be built.
Let's start with this.
But if you go through my lists, my playlists, you'll find lots and lots of videos about my fortress system, which is my own system that I developed for dealing with just such kinds of players.
And then I think we go here.
Here's where you see what a weak player he actually is, because all he's done is learn a load of traps. His queen is out here attacking on her own. His structure's all over the shop. It's just
Then we go here.
bizarre. It's bizarre
Check.
how good this looks now. Compared to,
Unblockable.
he didn't fall into that night fork idea there with the queen recapturing, but he's in deep water now. Very deep water. And this is extremely awkward, extremely uncomfortable to have my knight sitting there, and nothing that can shift it, conceivably, at the moment. Remember, chess is a psychological game as well, and just having that knight there is extremely disrupting to your clarity.
He's going to try and do some sort of knight's tour. He wants to shift my bishop, I think. Let's do it.
Beautifully elegant little attack and defence at the same time there with that bishop. Beautiful little move, very elegant. Obviously she's getting ready to come onto the light squares, challenge his king, potentially win his bishop.
Check.
Who? Oh my god. Look at that.
Now with hindsight, perhaps my queen should have retreated right the way back to f7 or e8. But instead I continued to attack, and this was a little bit dodgy. Just a little bit. Because now his rook's coming over with an idea to start worrying my queen.
I know what he's thinking. He's thinking he can get my
And this was a bad
king
idea on my
pinned.
part. Because if I take that, or if he moves his rook over to my queen, at any point, my queen and my king basically
No,
come
he
in line with
can't.
each other. That's why my king had to escape here.
Check.
I had no other choice. He gives a check, and I had to give up my rook because I cannot afford to let my queen come back in line with my king.
No, I'm going to let that rook go. That's fine.
The risk of losing my queen.
Check.
I'd rather lose the rook. I've got another rook, and it's not doing anything. It's over the other side of the board. I can bring that into the game now.
Because this king
I always
is
see
quite
rooks as
nasty on the
expendable,
track,
more than most
actually,
players do.
Jack.
Because quite so often, like look at his other rook. His other rook is also doing nothing. Rooks are so often doing nothing. And I just see losing a rook quite often as an opportunity to bring the other rook into the game. In the end, he resigned, just drowning and smothered. The lesson is work on your positional game against these system players.